Hello everyone, in this video we're going to see about goods and service tax registration. This is so self-explanatory. Whoever deals with goods or services, whoever purchases goods or services are liable to pay GST tax. There are lots of questions arising in and around about GST. In this video, let's see very few basic questions of GST registration. First, what is GST? GST comes in an act of vanishing indirect taxes of central and state such as VAT, Excise Duty and service tax. GST is a concept of bringing in one nation, one tax, which is one single tax for the entire nation. So let's see who are eligible to get enrolled with GST. So simple. If you are an individual or a business who are dealing with or who supplies goods or services are eligible to get enrolled with GST. If there is a requirement or if there is a necessity to run your business only by having a GST registration, you can enroll yourself with a GST registration in a voluntary basis. Now let's see who are mandatorily should get registered with GST. Like, say for example, you have a company or you have a proprietorship company who supplies your goods or services in an e-commerce portal, who sells your products in an e-commerce portal, or very mandatorily to have a GST number. Without having a GST number, you're not supposed to run your business in any e-commerce portal. And say for example, you are a proprietorship company, or you may say you are a startup company who does not make that much of turnover in a year, or your turnover is not crossing 20 lakh a annum. Are you still need to require a GST number? Yes, you are. If you have a company in Tamil Nadu and if you are running your business out of your state, like, you should have a GST registration number mentioned in your invoice. Without having a GST number, you should not raise any invoice apart from your state. Like, if you have a company who runs in India but your business is entirely to a foreign countries, like if you export your goods or you export your service to foreign countries, for you it is so mandatory to have a GST number. The post registration formalities for your company may differ, but you still have to enroll with GST number. And now let's see about exemption of GST registration. Like, there are few companies who runs their business only within their state. They have an exemption of GST registration until 20 lakh turnover. Like, if you have a turnover below 20 lakh, you have an exemption of GST registration. Unless or until you do interstate transaction, it is not required to register with GST. But the moment when you start to do interstate transaction, it is mandatory to get a GST registration again if you're not crossing your 20 lakh limit. Now let's see about benefits of GST registration. Those who are having a GST number are establishing their company as a legal supplier of a goods and service. You are eligible to get input tax credit to satisfy the requirements of B2B customers and to improve the business credibility. Now let's see about post-registration formalities. Now you are successfully enrolled with GST. What else to be done? Yes, your role does not end with registering with GST. Once after registering your company with a GST registration, you have some mandatory compliances to be taken care. Like, you should mention your GST number in all the invoices which you raise, both in sales and purchase invoices. And you should provide a proper GST invoice to all the customers. And you should file your GST in returns in timely manner. Like, based upon the turnover, the due dates may fall different, but you should filing your GST. And also you may say you have not made any transaction at all, but still you have to file your nil returns, which is also a mandatory thing. This is all about basics of GST. Thanks for watching this video.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to receive regular updates. Do like, comment and share.